Hello, it's Alex, the Bookubus. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my October TBR. I'm very excited that we are getting closer to official spooky season, and yeah, I figured I'd bust out the jack-o'-lantern t-shirt. It is a bit creased because it's just been sitting in a drawer forever, but you know, got to give it another wear since it is that time of year. And I have been putting together a list of books that I feel like I want to read in October specifically. I have a mixture of new and old, and yeah, adult horror with some middle grade and YA also. I do like to lean into that kind of thing a bit more heavily at this time of year for the nostalgia. I feel like I've got a good mixture of things that I'm excited about, and oh, there's a graphic novel in there as well. So yeah, anyway, let's just start off with the adult horror and a vintage horror paperback, Child Grave by Ken Greenhall. This was originally published in 1982, and on the front it says there are evil hungers that must be fed, and always an innocent victim must be chosen. So yeah, great cover and sounds great. This sounds like small town kind of situation, and yeah, we love a ritual sacrifice. So hopefully this will be a good time. I have read and loved a few other Ken Greenhall's books, so yeah, highly anticipating this one. And then next up I have a witchy book. This is book one of the Trailer Park Witches series. It's called They Are Cursed Like You by Holly Cornetto and S.O. Green. And I actually picked this up from StokerCon when they were in Pittsburgh a couple of years ago, and it's been sitting on my shelf ever since. So I really wanted to make a point of finally getting to this one. And this one sounds like some, girls who live in a trailer park and wanting to escape that life, and they turn to witchcraft. But yeah, maybe things don't go quite to plan. I don't know. I love a witchy book, and this one sounds great. So looking forward to that. And then a few books that I don't currently have physical copies of, but some I'm getting from the library. Some I have on Kindle, or I'm waiting for a physical copy to arrive. Anyway, one of them is A Night in the Lonesome October by Roger Zelazny. And this is, obviously October themed. It's one I've heard about quite a lot over recent years, and I always hear people talk about it really highly. So I've been meaning to check it out. I don't really remember what it's about, and I figured I'll just go in and, experience it for what it is. But the tagline on this particular book cover that I'm currently looking at on my phone says, "Welcome to a world of bizarre diversions and macabre delights." And that sounds like a wonderful time to me. Next up is Toadhead by Andrew Lyle. This just came out earlier this year, and Andrew has his own YouTube channel, Grumpy Andrew's Horror House, which I will leave linked below in case you aren't already familiar with him. You should definitely go check him out. And yeah, this is a novella about a guy who suddenly wakes up one day with a toad on his head, and the toad has needs, and this guy has to fulfill them for him. It sounds bizarre and brilliant, and I've read a couple of Andrew's short stories and really loved them, so I'm really looking forward to reading more by him. Next up is Spooky Stories to Haunt Your Dreams by Jason Harlow. The author recently sent me a copy of this, and I figured it would be perfect for October reading. It sounds like it is kind of scary stories to tell in the dark, but for adults. So yeah, that sounds like a fun time. And last up for the adult fiction is Houses of the Unholy by Ed Brubaker. This is a graphic novel and was recommended to me recently by my friend Roman, and he has great taste, so I am really looking forward to checking this one out. I'll just read the synopsis for this. An FBI agent from the cult crime beat and a woman with a past linked to the Satanic Panic are drawn into a terrifying hunt for the insane killer hiding in the shadows of the underworld. Like, doesn't that sound amazing? So yeah, I believe it takes some inspiration from Michelle Remembers, which I haven't actually read, but I'm very aware of. and I did see there's a really great documentary about it called Satan Wants You. Highly recommend checking that out if you're interested in it. Anyway, sidebar. The graphic novel sounds amazing, and my library actually has it, so I have requested it from them. Okay, moving into the vintage middle grade and young adult books, I have The Ghost on Windy Hill by Clyde Robert Buller and illustrated by Don Bolognese. I don't know why that's so funny, I'm sorry Don. But anyway, I love the cover of this, and it's just a wee little book with really cool illustrations. Excellent work, Don. And yeah, I just thought that would be a fun one to read. And then speaking of hills, we also have The House on the Hill. This is by Eileen Dunlop. This is one I actually stumbled upon in a thrift store recently. And the author is from Scotland, which I thought was cool because I love Scotland. And yeah, it says, what are its eerie secrets? I don't know, but I want to find out. And also I want to live there. So, and now the young adult stuff. I have book 2 of the Sweep series by Kate Tiernan. This is The Coven. This is a witchy series from the, I think, early 2000s. When did this come out? 2001, yes, okay. And I had read book 1, I don't know, within the past year or two, and I actually really enjoyed it more than I expected to. So I've been meaning to carry on with the series ever since, and yeah. You know how it goes, there are so many books and never enough time. And yeah, of course, it's about a teenage girl who finds out she has witchy powers, and I think she meets this guy who also has witchy powers, and yeah, I guess things happen. Anyway, the first book was a good time, so we'll see. And then next up is Mirror of Danger by Pamela Sykes, originally published as Come Back Lucy, and this one originally came out in 1973. Cool cover, and it says a ghost schemes to possess Lucy and keep her in the past forever. It sounds like a ghost in a mirror situation, and we all know you've got to watch out for those, but apparently Lucy did not get the memo. So hopefully she can get out of that scrape, but I'm gonna have to read it to find out. But yeah, hopefully that will be a spooky time. And then last but not least is Deadly Detention by Eric Weiner. Sorry Eric, oh my god, what is wrong with me? This originally came out in 1994, and yeah, the tagline is "Just pray you're not kept after school." And this one sounds like some kind of slasher, which I'm excited about. I guess there's a bunch of students kept behind at school and they can't escape, and there is a sadistic madman lurking, and hopefully picking them off one by one. I guess we'll see. But yeah, this sounds like a fun time. And I have read another of Eric Weiner's books, which was one of the Scream series. I think it was called My True Love Gave to Me, maybe. I'll put a picture up if I remember. And it was really good. So I've been meaning to read more of his books, and I found this like years ago, and so it's about time I gave it a read. So that is my October TBR. I am excited to dive into all of these books, and yeah, you know how it is. TBRs are fun to make. I don't have to be too strict with it. Like if something else comes along that I want to read instead, then I'm going to do that. But I do want to try and get to these sooner rather than later as well. So yeah, I will do my best. And if you've read any of these, I would love to hear your thoughts, although no spoilers as of yet since I haven't read them. But yeah, let me know what you are looking forward to reading in October. Have you planned a TBR, or are you just winging it? I have also been putting together my October watch list, so hopefully I can finalise that soon, and yeah, we'll probably make a video about that next weekend, so you can keep your eyes peeled for that if you're interested. Anyway, I'll leave it there. Thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully I will see you again in my next video. Bye!